Hey everybody, welcome to the show. How are you guys? Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Amazon Live. So glad that you are here today. We are outside in the corner of my yard. So it's quiet right now, but I do have neighbors around me because we're in the very, very back corner. So hopefully we'll have a nice stream. But I'm so excited you are here. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come on and do this tonight because right when I was about to come outside, it like poured down rain. And I'm not gonna lie, we absolutely need the rain. But it is so humid. It is super hot today. We're under a heat advisory. When it gets this hot, we have a chance of scattered storms. So it looks pretty clear and sunny right now. So I'm thinking we're going to be able to get through the stream. But I know I've been promising you guys tons of garden and outdoor patio content. And that is what we are here doing tonight. And I wanted to get started because before it gets too late, everybody's probably already got their gardens planted. But I was excited to share my new garden setup with you that we've been working on for the past year. So that's what we're doing here on Amazon Live. But if you're new to Amazon Live, you are shopping around on your mobile app, your browser, and you're wondering, what is this video? Amazon Live is an interactive live stream shopping show and experience here on Amazon. My name is Kristen, otherwise known as Cleveland Fashionista, and this is my channel. So glad you guys are here joining in today. Hence the name Cleveland Fashionista. Like I said, we are streaming in Greater Cleveland, Northeast Ohio. It is 5:36 Eastern Daylight Time. And like I was saying, it's really hot and humid. And we typically always do fashion. I mean, we're always gonna, link up all the accessories. We even have some cute gardening gear for you today. But I love sharing outdoor finds. I love sharing seasonal products. And I've been working on so many outdoor products for you. And that is what we are here sharing today. So if you want to see more outdoors, but if you also love fashion, try-ons, deals, Amazon Prime Day is coming up in about 2 weeks, just a little bit less than 2 weeks. We are going to be here throughout all of it. We're going to be outside a lot, try-ons, home decor, seasonal, patio, dogs, 4th of July. We have a ton of stuff going on. Clothes Lover's here. Hey, Clothes Lover, welcome to the show. Yes, we are outside. It is really hot. I thought I'm like crazy, so I put the hair up in a ponytail, trying to protect my head from any bugs that might be falling down and the sunshine. But we are here today and definitely very excited to share the outdoor setup with you guys. So like I said, if you want to see more, don't forget to follow me here on Amazon. When you follow me, you'll be able to see me across Amazon a lot more. You can also search for me by typing in Cleveland Fashionista in the search bar. That'll pop down the drop down menu. You can click through there, go to my storefront. There's a live stream tab there. You can watch all of our replays. Shop and scroll on my storefront. I have over 9,000 posts over there. You could utilize that search bar tool if there's something specific that you're shopping for. And if you don't want to miss a show, make sure you download the Amazon app, go to settings, and make sure you got notifications turned on for Amazon and turn on all notifications for my live show. That way, whenever I go live, you should get a push notification to your phone or smart device, and you'll be able to join us. I also send out notifications for my live shows on my social media. I'm Cleveland Fashionista on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, Cleveland Fashionista 99 on YouTube. I send them out on stories, and I also send them out in the Fashionista Fam updates broadcast channel. So that is what we're doing here today. And we did get a little bit of rain. We got some rain last night. It's kind of like with this really hot and humid weather. I'm gonna sit down here because I'm like crouching down. With this really hot and humid weather, we kind of get these scattered storms. So it like rained early this morning. I woke up, it was super humid and it was dry all day. And like I said, right before I went live, it was pouring down rain. There's actually still a little bit of like little speckles of rain coming down through the trees. And I was like, we're ready to go for this. So I wanted to share. So I think we're okay, clear of rain for at least enough time to do the live show today. We have Skippy here. Hey, Skippy, welcome to the show. So glad you're here. So if you guys are tuning in, following along, I always love gardening. I've lived in my home, I can't believe now, for about 12 years, 11 years, 12 years. Yeah, I think it'll be 11 years. I keep saying 12, but it'd actually be 11 years. And ever since I moved in here, I've pretty much gardened every year except for last year. Like this whole area, I'll show you a picture. I was trying to find like a really good photo of what my old garden used to look like. It was in ground, and this is when I first started doing it. It was a lot neater, but it was just became such a mess back here. It was in-ground garden from the previous owner. The fence was starting to fall in. Totally just, I couldn't keep up with the weeds. I had rabbits coming in all the time. It's before I got my fence all the way around, and it was just a mess. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I love to garden, but I need an easier setup. So my dad helped me with this. We redesigned this whole space with the garden, and we made it a lot easier. And I was worried that I was actually going to lose a little bit of ground space with the raised beds, but I actually feel I have just as much, if not more. I don't know. You know, you first plant your plants, you transplant them over, you always feel like you have plenty of room. So I always overplant, and I always overplant, never leave enough room. But we'll see. I still feel like I have like enough. We have to do some things on the side of the arbor over here. But this is what it looks like. So now I have to tell you, especially now that we have the arbor up, we put this up the other day. This is gonna be like my trellis for my peas, cucumbers, zucchini, and it's gonna be, I just like coming back here now. Like, this is an area that I want to be in, hang out in. It's gonna be so much easier to tend to the beds because these are a higher set of beds. So I have those highlighted here. Skippy's here. Hey, Skippy. Welcome to the show. I know, I mean, we really needed the rain, so I want it to rain, so I don't have to water tonight, but of course, like, it never works out the way that you want it to, right? But these are tall, so it's kind of hard to see. I try to set this up so you guys could get a good view as possible. I have a chair here, so I do have a nice little pathway. We redid all this last year. Do have a nice little pathway. I have a nice pathway on the side. But as you can see, this is like standing height, and this is like one of the bigger Vigo beds. It's the 32-inch tall bed. We have Drew here. Hey, Drew, welcome to the show. 32-inch tall bed, which is so nice because now it's easier to tend to, plant, and take care of the weeds. So now when I'm out here, and instead of it being like a huge, like, undertaking to weed, anytime I'm watering out here, fertilizing, tending to the plants, checking on things, I can just pick a few weeds and keep up with it so it doesn't get like too crazy. So we did do the raised beds, and I feel like I'm gonna have the joy of gardening again. But there are different sizes. You can get shorter ones, you can get smaller ones, you can get a bunch of like different sizes, just with the space that I had back here. This is like the corner of my property back here. My neighbors are back there. My shed is over here. It's a small space. For those of you just tuning in, this is what the old space looked like. It was in ground, and I'm like sweating. So I'm glad I'm wearing the sunglasses today because I'm probably not looking too cute. Hair and ponytail sweating. Yeah, I have to look. I bet you it's like 90% humidity right now. It feels like a rainforest. But these are the raised beds, so they are a little bit of an investment. You do have to put them together. It took us like a day to do one and a day to do the other with two people. Drilling them in, bolting it, making it really, really secure. But these should be able to withstand a lot. Like, these are the original like raised beds with the little divots in it. I feel like there's been a lot of different items out there. You know me, I'm always doing the look for less, but went with the real deal. So check them out. We actually did fill these with dirt. I had some landscapers do the pathway and the stone all the way around. And so they just filled it with dirt. But if you want to save on dirt, you could always put like a cardboard. They actually even sell like filler for the bottom. So you don't have to fill this completely with soil. But I have soil in all of mine. So one thing I forgot to mention, we will recap our top 3 clicked products at the end of the night. So pay attention, and we will recap those for you. So that is our number 1. Yeah, it's so nice. And so then this was my dad's idea. When we have like this really nice pathway, and I'll move the chair out. When we have the really nice pathway, we have like this large arbor. So we did look at the Vigo ones. And the Vigo one was actually a little bit more expensive. This is the one that we went with. We didn't exactly have like the best measurement for, oh no, I feel a little bit of rain. There's a little bit of rain coming down. We didn't have like the exact measurement to make it work perfectly. So this was the one that we measured. We did some research on that we felt was going to be perfect. So it'll be nice. I just transplanted the plants. Like I was saying, I probably have too much in there. So for those gardeners, you're like, you have too many plants. But I got peas over here. I got some cucumbers. The only thing my dad has to help me like anchor this in a little bit better since it's not a perfect fit. So we have to do like some different things with it, but we'll have cucumbers, maybe some zucchini on the side, and then it'll grow on up, and I'll have plenty of room to trellis the plants, and then we'll have a nice pathway, hopefully with like cucumbers hanging down. That was like my vision there. And so this actually was pretty easy to put together. Like when you open it, you're like, oh my gosh, because all you have are like these poles. But actually, once you got started, it wasn't really that bad at all. I probably took us like less than 2 hours to do it. Actually, the hardest part was trying to like drill it into the side of the raised bed. But that was like what we were waiting for. So I'm so excited it's done. I feel like it looks so good. And like I said, you can see like the nice little pathway down here. I got all my products there. Pathway with the stone. And then I have a pathway like that on the other side. So it's really easy for me to kind of service my garden, I guess you would say. So that's the little setup that we have here. So I will say I do have the actual Vigo little solar lights. Can't find these anymore. So I linked up the closest one, and I noticed like I've had these for a year now. It was pretty cloudy yesterday. So they weren't, I was like looking out here late at night and they weren't really bright. So I might actually invest in a different set, but if you want to, these are magnetic, right? So these are magnetic. Let's see here. So all you do, you just stick them on. You take them out of the box, you stick them on here, and you have like a cute little area out here. So it's like aesthetic, it's functional, and it makes you want to come outside. So $37.99 for those. And then this is our little setup. You can see I planted, everything's really small. I typically before this year, I would do like Memorial Day weekend. I think we started planting some plants like a week and a half ago, I would say, and then I finished planting most of them. We actually still have some seedlings going. Like I buy plants, we grow plants. We do a little bit of both just in case nothing takes off. But these are actually, we have some nice little cherry tomato seedlings happening over there. So I don't know. Tomatoes usually come like August, September. I've had tomatoes through November before if we've had a warm fall. So we'll have vegetables for a while. So I was a little late, but it'll be fine. We'll just have like later harvests with some of these. But anyways, there's the solar lights that you could add to that as well. Kristen's here. Hey Kristen, welcome to the show. So glad you're here. All right, so this is what I ended up doing for fertilizer this year. My dad and I were talking about it because we were just talking about like what we wanted to do. So he likes FoxFarm. I've used FoxFarms through the years. I typically try to be like as organic as I can. Honestly, typically for me, like I would get lazy with my garden. I'd plant it, I'd fertilize it when I'd plant it, and that would be it. And I would still have an abundance of vegetables. It'll be a little bit different because it's my first time with a raised bed as opposed to the in-ground garden. So I think it does require a little bit different. I don't even I have some of what we use for organic gardening if you have disease or insects, but I don't really ever use those unless I absolutely have to. I don't even really use them as a preventative. Sometimes I will if I know based on weather conditions something's gonna happen, but not always. So I did invest, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it this year. I did invest with the FoxFarm's entire 12-pack set. So there's actually a whole schedule you can stick with. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll end up using everything in here, but there's something for seedlings or stuff for transplanting, stuff for early growth, stuff right when it starts to bloom, stuff that you use mid-season, things that you use when you want to clear out the ground to kind of flush it out. There's stuff that you use late in the season. So I just started doing all of this, right? And I didn't put any mosquito stuff on me, so it's really humid. I haven't really had a problem with mosquitoes, but since it's so humid, that's when they seem to come out. We are going to be doing a pest, insect, and weed control stream, and that'll be separate because I have some really cool stuff for mosquitoes and ticks. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a separate episode. Victoria's here. Hey, Victoria, welcome to the show. So what I kind of use, so this is the Grow Big. So I linked up these little containers. There's different things. My dad has a measuring watering can, which I'm oh, maybe I should do the measuring watering can. I might take a look at that, but you can kind of mix these up with the water. There's a formula. This whole pack, if you get the 12 pack, comes with the FoxFarm's measuring But what I kind of used was the Grow Big. So this is when you want to like transplant. This is going to give it like a lot of nitrogen, get it a good solid start. Once you start seeing flowers on your plants, which actually some of my plants that I transplanted already had flowers, you want to switch to something different. So I switched to the Buds and Blooms fertilizer, and you can use this all season, but you want to do it when it starts blooming. Because this is the thing, like you want nitrogen, right? You want like a really strong plant, but sometimes if it's too much nitrogen, you like will have a really beautiful green plant, but you won't have any fruit. So a bunch of different things, like the cow mag is kind of nice, like when you need to. My dad says this is one of his favorites, is the cow mag. It's a supplement for use during fruiting and flowering to address deficiency problems. Just because if you like too much rain, dries out, whatever, that's one of his favorite. The other one that is a very popular one is the Big Bloom. I haven't used that, but that's kind of like your good like go-to. And there's a bunch of different stuff in here. Like if you need to rescue a plant, some of these are towards the end, like right before you're supposed to get like your big harvest. So there's a bunch of different things. I was reading this and I'm like, wow, I don't even know if I'll get through all of these, because you don't want to overdo it, right? But a bunch of different things. So that's like the 12 pack for $139.99, but you can start with the 3-pack. And I think this is the one that my dad has, and this is what he typically does. But you know me, I'm the live streamer, so we always do the ultimate, right? But this is the one that he gets, and I think he also has invested in the cow mag. He likes that one as well, just calcium and magnesium. Oh, I see a little bit. It's like very strange. It is like rainforest right now. It's so hot and humid, and it's just like this little sprinkling of rain that comes down. Kristen's here. Hey, Kristen. So those are the two. So these you do have to mix with water. So make sure you're watching your ratios, especially too depending on where the plant is in its cycle. And then I also linked up, it says bleach. You could use this for cleaning solution. You could use it for a lot of things. But I did link up I bought a bunch of these. And then you can rinse them out and use them with different things. Obviously you want to make sure you're rinsing out with the fertilizer. I don't know if I'd worry about fertilizer so much or if you're using like some type of herbicide. But I have these, and then so I wouldn't get confused, because I mixed up for the gallon, and it'll last me for a few waterings. And some of these too you could use with flowers. So like if you want to use up your whole thing and you have a large garden, some of the things you can use with your flower beds too. But I labeled them with my Fomimo label maker, just this cute little one. It gives a larger label. I didn't do anything fancy. You can make your labels a little bit more cute and aesthetic, but super hot. And so I just added, this is the Buds and Blooms mixture and this one. And so if you want to organize some of your fertilizers and things, that's a good one to have on hand. That would be great, Kristen. I don't know if it would, see, my problem with me though, I don't know if it would go well over like my stone pathway. So my shed's like right here. So I just put everything right in there and I can grab it. But I will say, if you want to tote it around, if you have a big garden, the wheels would be nice. Like that, just a couple things that I like to use. I try to be as organic as possible, especially with what you're eating, right? But sometimes if you want to save your plant, like you need to do some things. So the common problem I especially find, and I feel like if this is how the summer is going to be with this humidity in Cleveland, when it comes to like your cucumbers, your squash plants, powdery mildew is the thing that happens with those. I usually almost get it like every year, especially if it's hot and humid. Like random rainfall, especially if it's hot and humid. So I linked up the spray. I don't know, I have a bunch of stuff in the shed. I just grabbed whatever I could find. So the copper fungicide is good for that, because it's just like copper, and it counteracts, it's like a copper soap, and it counteracts the powdery mildew. So that might be something. It's too early to do it now, but as my plant gets established and if it starts being like this, I might use this as a preventative, because there's really just no way with Cleveland summers like this to stop it from happening. And then the other one for insects, which I'm lucky, I really haven't had like a huge insect festation, really. But if you ever get them, the neem oil actually works really, really well. It's safer. It kind of just acts as like it kind of suffocates them. You can use this on powdery mildew too, but I find that the copper works a little bit better. And I've even had to use these on some of my flowering plants too. Like they would have some weird, like, I don't know, white bug on it, and it just kills them. And it's like, it's safe for bees and pollinators. So so that's the neem oil. And then just a couple of different things, because we all need our accessories, right? So I have a couple different types of gardening gloves. So I have these nails, right? These pointy nails. I am constantly replacing my gardening gloves all year round because I put these on and my nails eventually, just from like digging in the dirt and everything, they will like pierce through whatever. So I'm always replacing these. So these are the ones that I just picked up. These are nice just for the day-to-day. Different like colors and prints are available in those, but I kind of like these if you're ever getting down and dirty, or like you really need to go into like some shrubbery and trim some shrubs and bushes. These are nice because they really cover like your arm. And I will say, like, I will get really irritated from plants. It's not even like a poison ivy, there's just something on them that I'll have like little red dots all over my arms. So this is nice for a little bit of protection up to your elbow, depending on whatever you're doing. So I was like, I need those. Because I even have like boxwoods in the front, and they can be so prickery if you're going to reach behind them or walk behind them. I'm always getting scratched up. So those are good for a little bit of extra coverage. I don't have my garden boots on right now, but I always need a good pair of garden boots. I'm somebody that tends to, now I'm like itching the bottom of my foot. I'm like, oh, I probably got bit by a mosquito. I always need these every year. So I actually got another pair that's coming soon, but these are really cute with the sunflowers. These are nice if it's mucky outside. I will say it'll be a lot easier because this isn't as bad as an in-ground garden, right? It's a little bit cleaner to walk around in. Like when I used to walk into my garden, like you definitely needed something on your feet. But this is good if you're walking in the beds, mucky outside, anything like that. These are also kind of like a rain boot, a little bit more protective. I like the Western Chief. I've had a few of theirs in the past, and they have like cute little fun prints as well. Those are 50. Yes, it is. Well, I don't know. Sometimes doing your own garden can be like expensive because you buy all the stuff, right? But I will say the thing that's nice with this Dirty Dozen, like I think it's like a one-time purchase for the season, and you might even be able to extend it out into the next growing season as well. So like it's a little bit of money up front. You don't even have to get the 12-pack. You could get the 3-pack and then add as needed. And this was kind of like an initial investment, kind of building this up nice, but this whole area back here needed some work. So it just is what it is. I just got I like my baseball hats. I always wear a hat outside, whether it's baseball hat or like sun hat. I've gotten burnt on my hairline way too many times. And plus two, with all the bugs, like ticks are a big problem. Now, all of a sudden, in Ohio, I lived here, we always had to worry about ticks, especially if you were like really in the deep woods, but like now in regular backyards, they're like everywhere. I have not had any on me in my yard, but they've definitely been in my parents' yard. They're a little bit more rural than I am though, but I feel like it's one way to protect them from getting on my head, protects your face. So anymore when I'm out here, I'm always wearing a hat. So I got this cute one. It's got like the cute little flowers. It's kind of a garden theme. So that's $9.99. Okay, and some other things, because up until today, I'm hoping I get a break. It didn't really rain that much though. Like it did, but it didn't. But I feel like we're supposed to have some storms tonight, so I don't know. I'm debating if I'm gonna water or not. I might hit a few things, but I'm always watering, and I don't like dealing with heavy, your hair turns brassy orange. Yeah, see, mine goes really blonde. So I don't mind actually if my hair gets a little bit of sun, but I can definitely see that. So a hat is just always a good idea, whatever you're outside. But I like this. This is a metal hose. I actually have water. in here right now. So there's a little bit of pressure in the hose, But this is nice. It's really flexible. So when there's no water pressure, this is really easy to roll up. Like I used to get those garden hoses. They were always a mess for me. Even trying to roll them up into the hose thing, pulling them around the yard. They would always, the black ones, they'd always be like, I don't know. They are nice for heavy duty for certain reasons, but for my purpose, I have the 100 feet, so it goes all the way back to the back of my yard. These are so much easier to move around. It's not a pain to water, and then once you turn the water off and the water pressure, this is so much easier to roll up. And it also comes with a nice little, these are really lightweight, nice little nozzle here. So I don't have my water turned up the whole way, but you know, I can go around water really easily with this really, really lightweight hose. Let's get the little areas we're growing. And then I don't even have this up all the way. There's like a little pressure nozzle. I always use the shower. So I like my flexible hose. Definitely a game changer for me. My last one, I think, lasted me 3 years. So I never even put it away for the winter. So that's just how lazy I get sometimes. What will happen sometimes, especially if it gets frozen, like, or rusty because it's metal, some of these little fittings will like break apart here. So that's what happened with my last one. So it was time to get a new one. But I think that one really honestly lasted me like 2 or 3 years. And then it was time to replace with a new one. So I got a new one this year. And that one is $69.98. We have Raquel following and Mona following. I know, right? And they're so heavy too. And then they get wet, and then they like this. Like I don't feel like when it gets wet, like grass doesn't stick to it, right? I will never do the black hose ever again. I have one in my garage spigot. Hate that thing. And then it's always good to have these on hand because I don't know, whatever reason, I usually go through a few of these every year. So I have like a bunch of these in a drawer, the Innovate. That one came with the hose. I'm sure at some point in the season it will be time for me to get a new one. So I'll just reach in and use this Innovate one, which is really, really nice. There's a ton of different settings on it, 10 pattern adjustable hose nozzle. So always good to have those on hand. So it makes your life watering a lot easier. That's $18.95. And then this is how I like to roll up my metal hose. Instead of using like the crank, I will tell you, because I struggled. My dad always it's like, Kristen, you need to be better with your hoses and your extension cords. I just like roll them up and like flop them in somewhere because I don't want to deal with it. It's too hard, they're too heavy, they're too long. So this actually, believe it or not, is so much easier. It's like a nice little basin. It's like decorative. There's a lid on top, and then there's like the little thing in the middle there, and you just kind of wrap it around with the metal hose. Voila, no tangles, really easy to do. Takes me like less than a minute to roll it up, and it's aesthetic as well. I know, right? Oh my gosh, the plastic reels are the worst. And I had plastic reels, and they always because you're trying to roll it with the heavy hose, it would always fall off the house or whatever. So this is the way to go. And I've been doing this now with the metal hose and this little hose container for like 6 or 7 years, and I will never go back. I will never go back to the others. All right, so everybody has like pretty like heavy duty blowers, right? I need to get a new one. Mine's on the fritz, but I picked this up from one of our gifting streams, and I was like, you know what, I need a and this is really nice instead of breaking out the big one, especially for me if I'm doing content on the patio or even back here. I just had a little bit of leaves before I streamed. I just brought this out instead of bringing out the huge one. This is electric. You just charge your battery here. It's really small. You could actually use this for a lot of different things too. You can use this to dry off cars if you want to, anything like that. Something just really simple, easy, small, handheld. You just grab it on the go. Let's turn on. And then it has turbo mode. So I don't have much on the sidewalk here, but I'll show you. I don't have much at all on the pathway, but it does. But But I will say for like a quick cleanup like that, it does do a nice job, which I like to grab this real quick. So that's just a nice little fun little handy tool to have on hand for a quick cleanup. Now I wouldn't use it for like your normal, like we're blowing everything after I cut the grass, but it's a cute little easy breezy, let's just freshen up the area for under 60. We have Amazon customer here. Amazon customer, welcome to the show. So I'm all about making my garden area cute. So I come home the one day because my dad was here doing some stuff in my yard, and he put my little watering can back there. I forgot about this. I'm like, that's so cute. So until the plants get big, we have some cute little decorative things just to kind of make it fun and kitschy. This is also functional. This is kind of good if you have like indoor plants, or like you want to keep it and you're just going out to do your window box or something. This is nice to have on hand for that. Plus it's really cute. Little bluebeard, little metal watering can. So that's $39.99. And then I put these little solar ornaments in here. So I have the cute little turtles over here. Kind of fun. Filling in spaces. They'll light up at night. And then I have my cute little frogs that say welcome. So you can put these anywhere. I believe me, I'm not that kitschy, but I like a few cute little things. And I feel like it just kind of works back here. It's not over the top, but it kind of it makes an area that's functional, a little bit decorative. So those are linked up as well. All right, then last but not least, some other things, because I was just thinking about this. Like, when I go outside, what do I do when I'm working in the yard? And sunscreen is definitely what you need. So I've been using this one. I actually probably, this is so good, 2028. This is the Sky and Soul Face and Body Sunscreen, and it is like a safer version, because you know all that stuff came out about sunscreen. You obviously want to protect your skin. I'm fair. I can burn. I can tan a little bit. I can also burn really easily too. So this is SPF 50. It's reef safe, non-comedogenic, so you can use it on your face and your body. You don't have to worry about breakouts. Water resistant, hypoallergenic, gluten-free, no fragrances, artificial preservatives, and it's made with edible ingredients. So it's made with tallow, jojoba, lecithin, beeswax, bark, starch, radish root. So this is a little bit more of a natural option if you're looking for that. And they also come in an SPF 30. So I know it's a little bit more expensive. It's also like a little bit of a thicker cream as opposed to like your like ruddier, more lotion-like sunscreens. But this is the one that I've been reaching for recently. And since we're talking about gardens, I had to wear my cute little tomato t-shirt. So we're wearing the fun little tomato t-shirt out here today. And then I'm doing longer pants, longer jean shorts, just because it's a garden day. So we have the longer shorts, comes with a belt. These are really cute to dress up too, just wear out and about from Belle Poke. And then, how fun is this? We have this really cute tomato bangle. How fun is this? I saw this, I'm like, I have to get this for the garden stream if we're gonna do a cute outfit like we always do. So it just kind of like clips on. And I think this comes in lemons and cherries too, but I had to get the tomato one because I'm all about tomatoes. That is $15.99. And then we got my sunglasses. These are the ones that I reach for because it's hot and sunny. And then, you know, I was gonna wear my garden boots, but I was hot. So I just did my little slides. And so this actually makes like a cute outfit too. Like I feel like you could wear this if you want to do some stuff outside or out and about. These are the slides that I'm wearing with the look. All right, so that is our little garden setup out here. So a couple other streams that I have in store, I'll kind of run through the ones that we have coming up or I have planned. But while I'm doing that, you guys can, in the chat, if you have questions on anything, put your questions in the chat on any of the products. And then you can also give me your top 3, what you think our top 3 products of the stream are, and then we will recap those. But as far as outdoor streams, we are going to do outdoor entertaining, because I have a huge, like, different outdoor entertaining area this year than years past. So that's coming up. I still have some finishing touches to do on that. I have a lot of finishing touches to do on the shed. That might end up being like a July stream by the time we get done with that, but we're going to be redoing the outside of that a little bit. We're also going to be doing like weed, pest, rodent control coming up as well. So that'll be one of our other outdoor streams. And then of course we'll be doing all of our Prime Days, our deals, all of our fashion collaborations. We did a ton of fashion. I felt like it was time to start doing some of the garden stuff, so that's why I decided to do this tonight. When I thought it might rain all night, I was starting to go through our Equar and Zigu stuff. So we have Equar, Zigu, Scarlet Darkness, Grace Karen. I'm trying to think what else. Dream Pairs. We're also going to be doing some Father's Day stuff, hosting, gifting, USA outfits for 4th of July. We have a bed share stream. I don't know. I have a lot. I have a lot coming up. So there should be something for everybody, like home, the seasonal stuff, the fashion, the outdoors. So there should be an episode for everybody to tune into. We have Lily in the chat. Hey, Lily. Lily changed her name from Amazon customer. All right, does anybody have guesses for the top 3 products, or do you guys have questions? I'm going to scroll through here and see what our top 3 are today. I think I have an idea for I think we do have a clear top 3 today. Guesses. Does anybody have any guesses? If not, we'll get right into our top 3 if I can find. Okay, Drew is guessing the mini blower, the arch, and the frog statue. Okay, those are good guesses. Okay, hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking at this wrong. We may end up having to do a top 5. You know how it goes. We'll do a top 5. Okay, so in our top 5 today, I figured this would be the little tomato bracelet. So cute, in our top 5 for $15.99. So fun. That's in our top 5. As well as our turtle statue. Drew guessed the frog statue. The frog statue didn't make it in to the top 5, but it's the same link. It's just different options. So the little turtle statue, it's really cute. It's got the cute little succulents that came in our top 5. What else do we have? Our watering can also came in the top 5. It is super cute. And then, believe it or not, Drew, you're correct with the blower. So you were close with the frog statue, but our little mini blower that we had here came in our top 5 as well. And then coming in at number 1, if you'll believe it, our FoxFarm, the little pack of, this might be like a top 6. The 3-pack of FoxFarm also came in the top. But before that, number 1 was our Vigo raised garden beds. So these are the really, really large ones. You don't have to get them this tall. I think this is like the biggest one that you can get as far as height and space. But there's different sizes, lower ones that are this high, but like more of like a square, like half of this. And they are very, very durable. There's like a little bit of bend to them. Obviously, they need a little bit of give for the swale, but they are pretty durable. So that was our number 1 clicked product. So we will be on tomorrow. I'm pretty sure after my workout. I'm not sure what we'll do. We might end up doing deals. Maybe we'll come outside for another garden stream if I'm really hot and sweaty and it's humid out. It might be a good day to do that as well. And I'm thinking we might be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's my mom's birthday on Monday, so I will not be here Monday or Tuesday next week. So we'll probably be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. So stay tuned. Like I said, don't forget to follow, turn on notifications, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye, everybody.